Hey there, I'm Theo. Today, I just want to do a little fun story. It's gonna be pretty chill, so if you want to listen to this while you're falling asleep, maybe, or if you just want to put this on in the background and chill out with me and listen to my story, then, thank you for that. Now the story I'm actually looking to tell today is mine. How I got started doing this, how I got here. Doing all this awesome stuff and meeting the awesome people I've met. So if you're interested in hearing that, stick along. We're gonna get right into it. So I started out, I think midway through, I think it was like 2 years ago. I was midway through college. I'm still on my last year right now, actually. But I was doing that and I realized, hey, I am so swamped with classes I can't go out and because I'm a bio major, so it's pretty heavy science stuff and just a lot of labs and work and just a lot of stuff to do. And so I was so swamped I couldn't go out and get like a job on campus or something. And even then, they were places on campus, they only want to hire like service industry people. So people that are looking to get into the service industry or management industry, like hotels and stuff like that, that's who they're looking to hire. They're not exactly looking to hire biology major Theo, you know what I'm saying? But so I was trying to think of what's something that I can do to, make some money. And I was also kind of looking for a creative outlet around that time because, back in high school, I did so many creative things. And I was actually part of some voice acting things back then. And I was back with my friends back in high school, and I was like, you know what? I could do that. I could voice act. It could be cool. But what kind of voice actors are getting hired? Who's getting all these jobs? And I realized doing this kind of content, the kind of content that I regularly do, the NSFW stuff, was a really good foot in the door. And just something I was always fascinated by. I was always interested in like sexual content and stuff like that. So it was a very easy transition over to doing voice acting like this. I was very inspired by people like other VTubers and stuff, especially who I had seen. They do sexual content and then they do regular fun content, and I'm like, damn, that sounds like the best of both worlds. That sounds awesome. I've never done this YouTube thing before, so I wanted to give it a shot. I wasn't on YouTube at that point, but I didn't start actually doing this until much later on in my career, but we'll get to that part later. But at this point, when I'm just starting out, I was grabbing every piece of NSFW content I possibly could. Everything off Rule 34, every comic I could find. I wanted to do it all, I wanted to show people the variety I could do, all these voices I could do. I was always very proud of my range when it came to voices. I would always do voices and stuff with my family and my friends, just to fuck with them and stuff. I would just make jokes, it'd be funny. And so I'm like, I want to show people, and people that maybe want to hire me, people that want to enjoy my content, like, hey, I can do all this different kind of shit. And that really helped me out because I met some really awesome people right off the bat. I covered some comics from people like Ma Main and Oro. Those two were some of the earliest ones. Picturd was also a very big one. Log Dog, yeah, he was also a big one. A lot of just great people that were cool with this up-and-comer voicing their stuff, which was awesome. They very obviously could have just DM'd me and said, hey, you're a fucknut, get out of here, stop touching my content. But they didn't, which was very cool of them. So, thank you all for that. And I appreciate everybody that lets me voice their stuff. It's so fun. I love doing that stuff. And especially when they're happy to see it, man, it is a feeling like no other. When I get like a happy comment from the artist, man, that is just awesome. But I was getting positive results. I was doing a lot of different stuff. I think actually one comic artist that I covered actually blocked me. I covered one thing from them. It was like one image. It wasn't even a comic. It was like a panel with some dialogue. And they blocked me. So I don't know if I'm still blocked, but I don't even remember who that was. But yeah, that was kind of funny. But at this point, I started actually gaining some traction, and especially I noticed that my femboy content was skyrocketing above everything else that I did. Because if you look back, actually, I used to do a lot bigger variety. Like, of course, I still voice a lot of different characters, but I tend to do more femboys than not, because that's just kind of how my voice fits, you know? I've got a lot of medical problems, one of which I'm not going to talk obviously too in depth about, but it does affect my voice, and so makes this kind of higher, gravelly bullshit kind of more my area, you know? So that it was cool to see people enjoying that kind of stuff, and it's definitely something I figured out about myself when later on I was like, oh, they like femboys. And shit, I kind of like femboys. I kind of like being a femboy. So even in real life, it's had an effect on me, which is very funny. But I was doing so much shit back then, and it was fun. I really enjoyed it, and I think I was only doing it for a year when I had moved in to. Actually, no. When was that? Yeah, I had moved into a new apartment on my campus, where it was near the beginning of near the beginning here. I moved into a new apartment, and so I finally had my own space. I didn't have to wait for my roommate to be out of the room to be able to record, you know. I could do whatever I wanted and whenever I wanted. And so I was pumping out content. I was making this awesome stuff, and I'm still very proud of the hustle I had back then, because man, I was making so much shit. I make a good decent amount of stuff, but it's because, you know, fun little fact here. Maybe if you're also doing content, make it easy for yourself. I record in bulk, where it's like, okay, I'm gonna get a bunch of this stuff and I'm gonna record the audio for it, and I leave it for a few days, give myself some rest, and then I edit in bulk. And so it looks like I'm making a lot of shit at once, but really, you know, I'm giving myself time, which, you know, real good content does, because that was always a commitment, and still one I have, that, you know, if I'm gonna make some stuff, I'm not gonna make some cheap, easy bullshit. I want to make something quality. That's why I do everything I can to make my audio sound good, you know, make everything look good, make everything look nice and sound nice. Because I want to make quality stuff for you guys. Because you guys are what makes all this possible. Like, my patrons also are fucking awesome. I love all of them. The comments and feedback and stuff I get from them too, and just the monetary support really helps me keep all this going. And that's not like a call for you to go sign up for the Patreon. If you'd like to, it is highly appreciated. But if you can't afford it, you know, if you can't support this kind of content monetarily, then the way to support it best is just do word of mouth, you know? Tell people about the funny turtle that you watch. But yeah, don't feel pressured to buy anything, you know? Because just you being here listening, you know, that's fine. That's enough. You're doing good. But yeah. Eventually on this journey, I've actually told this particular part of the story before. I covered a comic that was, I believe, Angel Dust I voiced. The character from Has Been Hotel, who fucking everybody says I sound like. I don't. I really don't. I don't get it. And I kind of resent the comparison a little bit. Like, I like the character, don't get me wrong, and I like Has Been. As many problems as I have with Has Been Hotel, I do like the show. But, you know, whenever the comment says, hey, you sound like Angel Dust, it makes me want to fucking eat rocks. But I covered a comic voicing the character. Because, you know, I can mimic his voice pretty well. because his is a bit higher than mine. He has a bit of a different tone and kind of way of speaking than I do. But I voiced that comic from a guy named Mr. 5-Star, who was very appreciative of me covering that. And he's like, hey, can I draw you something? And I said, hey, that'd be awesome. That'd be really cool. Hell yeah, thank you, dude. And he drew my first ever art I got of Theo, or what was known back then as just Turtle. I did not have a name back then. I was just Turtle. But yeah, eventually I covered more of his stuff. And one of the pieces, back when I was, if you look back in the shorts, in the earliest shorts, I was black and white. And that's because that was actually art I got from Mr. 5-Star that I had cut up and then made into a little PNG tuber using VO, I think it was called VOTube Mini, I think was the program I used. It was pretty easy because, you know, with that one you have to have an image of your character with the mouth open and mouth closed, and then one with blinking and one without. But I didn't really have to deal with that part because I don't have any fucking eyes. So that part was easy. So I cut up the model and then was basically using it like that. And eventually, I showed him and I'm like, hey, yeah, I've been using your stuff for this new YouTube thing I've been trying out. Thank you a lot for that. And he's like, hey, listen, I'm working on something for you. I don't expect any payment. Just, you know, I'm making something for you, so stick around for that. And I'm like, okay. You sure you don't want me to pay you something? Because like, he was doing a lot of stuff for me, and it was very cool of him. And eventually, he comes back and he says, hey, check out this folder. And he sends me a link to a Mega Drive. And I open that up, and oh my fucking god. He had made cutouts. He had made drawings of my character in, I think, like 3 different poses with different facial expressions and so many different varieties that I used for shorts up to only a little bit ago when I got this model made. And I still have all of those, actually. I keep them in a special drive of all my very important things, so I never lose them, because they're very important to me. But yeah, he made all that for me. He even made an animation of me and his character, which is very cool. And I think it was before this, but it was really during kind of this time that I had actually started getting my girlfriend, Madame Macabre, aka Persephone, into this stuff too. I started being like, hey, you know, you're looking for some extra money. I know you already have a job, but because they weren't in school at the time, they were working very hard at their job. And I'm like, hey, I know you're looking for extra money. I do this stuff. I know people, I love your voice. I know other people would. Why don't you give it a shot? And so they've been doing, if you notice, like I recently released a comic dub even, I was doing with them. And, you know, I love their voice. You guys seem to love their voice. And so they're doing great. So now it was this perfect little world where me and my girlfriend, and I had made so many friends too in this. And it was actually around this time I told the rest of my extended friend group about what I did. Because Turtle, Theo, he was a secret identity for the longest time. He was, none of my friends knew. No, I didn't tell anybody about this. I kept everything under wraps. So I'm very protective about, you know, where I'm from, real identity stuff. It's all safety reasons. But finally I told them. And so now I could share this huge success I had had with everybody. And man, once I got the Turtle, like, persona made, holy shit, it just kicked off. It was insane how much growth I got after I actually, you know, became a character. You know, when this guy you see here was established. Theo really built everything for me. And I was covering more comics, animations, everything. People were commissioning me. I was doing full audios and stuff. And I love all of this. This is some of the most fun making content I have ever had. And I know it sounds like I'm gonna say, but then everything went wrong, but no. Like, sure, I've had my hard times, especially first getting into college, trying to figure out who I am, that kind of thing. But this, honestly, doing this has really helped me figure all that out. I mean, hell, this is how I figured out I was bi. And you know, how I figured out how I like styling and how I like doing all this shit. And you guys, you know, supporting me, the people that have been watching my content, supporting me, has really helped me. And I love doing all this. This is so amazing, the opportunities I've gotten, the people I've gotten to talk to. Because so many people, especially like bigger creators, they are so helpful. Like if I would DM so many creators like, hey, do you have any tips? Like, what's some stuff you do? What's some places you advertise? Or what's some stuff you do with your mic? Where'd you get that drawn? Where'd you get that model done? And, you know, they were all so helpful and fun. I've had so many people help me along the way. Like Kanban was very helpful. Oro, Marmain, you know, Marmain actually helped me out getting a deal with Lovins, the sex toy company that I still work with to this day. I still have my code with them. Hey, if you want a discount, you know, it's on my Twitter. Go check it out. They make some good shit, and so that also helped make some extra money to keep everything running, keep everything going while I'm still in school and doing all my stuff. But I love what I do, and I'm glad that all of you got to stick around and watch all that. It is, at the time of recording this, it is about 11:45. But yeah, I figured I'm about to fall asleep. Give you guys something nice to fall asleep to while my voice is nice and relaxed like it is right now. But yeah, that's just the start of my story. I'm sure I got many more times to tell. I have more specific stories I could do different stuff on, but in general, in broad strokes, that's how I got from just starting out to where I am now. And if you're looking to get into this, the best advice I can give is just start. Don't wait for some signal. Don't wait for somebody to tell you what to do or how to make your content. You do what you want to do. Do things in your style. You know, don't try to copy someone else's. Do things your way. And the fans will come to you. People that gravitate towards that kind of thing will come to you. And also, you know, follow those viewers. You know, if people tend to be liking something you're doing way more than something else, do what they love, you know? Of course, do what you still enjoy. If people are really resonating with something that you're doing, follow that. Fucking have a fun time with it. And that's another thing. Never let go of the fun of this content. Never let go of the fun of creating. Because that's why we do what we do. It's fulfilling. It's makes money. But I could go work at a fucking fast food job and I could make money. I'm doing this because it's fun and because I love it. So if it's something that you really want to do, don't wait. Just do. You know? Well, hope you all enjoyed this. Thank you all for enjoying my content over the last, what has it been now? 2 years of me doing this? Almost 3? Thank you all very much. I love all of you, and you all have a good night.